there, Chris Agaseth. I'm back with you again. This week we're going to be high up in Colorado at a wonderful place called Scenic Mesa. It's right by the Black Canyon of the Gunnison. This is an area that has some native pheasants and also has a native chukar population that they're trying to really help grow, so it's somewhat supplemented too. Our guest, they came from Connecticut. In fact, they flew their German Wirehaired Pointer all the way out from Connecticut. Unfortunately, that dog had not been in training, and so while he's a real good quality dog, he didn't have the spitfire that you normally associate with these breeds. But all in all, it's a beautiful place to go, and we had a good time. So enjoy it, and I'll talk to you after you've enjoyed the first half of the show. It's the early fall. 2 nights ago, the moon was full. This was the first full moon after the fall equinox. This is the hunter's moon. How appropriate. We have beautiful blue skies today, gentle breeze, coloring trees, scented sage. We're in western Colorado at a place called Scenic Mesa Ranch. Scenic it is. The vistas here are outstanding. We're going to be hunting today with a German Wirehaired Pointer named Rommel. Don't you like the name Rommel? Just expect him to be take charge of it kind of a dog. And his parents. I call people parents who have dogs. We call our dog kids. Anyway, it's Jeff and Hannah McManus. They're from the eastern part of the country, and they're out here enjoying a wonderful fall weekend with their dog. Come join us now. Ring-necked pheasants, German Wirehaired Pointer, and a glorious Colorado fall day. Now, Hannah, I know it's a kind of a sensitive question, but I'm about to be 60, so I get to ask you, how old are you now?
Just about to turn 50.
And what are you doing for your 50th birthday?
Well, one of the things I'm doing is learning how to shoot birds, and my family's from Colorado, and so this is familiar territory to me, so I thought being 50 years old would be a great time to come out and shoot a gun and hopefully get a bird.
Today's your day, and I want to say, you're an inspiration to every woman looking at 50 ought to listen to you. Because
I feel good, I look good, so 50's okay with me.
Hot damn, let's find ourselves a bird.
Let's go.
Okay.
Ready to go.
We start the day working along the edge of deep reeds that adjoin a more open field of dense grass. Notice the distant peaks, bearing witness to our easy pace. We pause as Jeff McManus talks of Rommel's curiosity, of not just birds, but all sorts of furry critters and people too.
They love fur, but the curiosity drives me nuts sometimes because it distracts them from the hunting sometimes, but not from the birds, but usually it's from a person that he sees.
Yeah.
Because they're so friendly and nice.
They're inquisitive, they're a smart dog, they want to know what's going on. And they're very people. Not people dogs, they're people.
They're people.
Mm-hmm.
We refer to Rommel as our fur person. Because he lives with us just like another person. He just happens to wear his fur coat year round. Ready to hunt?
Let's go.
I'm ready to go shoot something.
I want to see Hannah get her first bird.
I do too. That's what it's all about.
That's
isn't
what it is today.
That's what it's all about.
I tell you, it's a heck of a woman for her 50th birthday. Gives herself a hunting trip with her husband.
That's right.
That's good.
That's right.
Well, let's go.
You know, it's better than just a trip to Paris. You can do that anytime.
Yeah.
If you get out here to a ranch like this where you've got some native birds supplemented with some nice pen-raised birds that are just let loose, none of it is put and shoot. You got to know how to shoot out here. You can't just come out and hunt.
I bet you we're both going to miss today.
I know I will.
Okay.
I always miss.
Let's do it.
It's only fun.
Continuing on, it is hard to see Rommel as he methodically searches through the grass. Look at those glorious birds. Sandhill cranes just flying over on the blue sky. What a gorgeous morning. Hardly a breath of wind. Rommel is just enjoying himself, testing the wind here and there. We haven't come across any scent yet. Rommel hasn't hunted since last season. It's taking some time for him to adjust to the field. We're adjusting too, just sauntering along through the morning. So what do you think, Jeff? You think
I think we're going to try to stay outside of the reeds here and then work our way around along those olive trees.
Sure.
And up along there. There should be lots of pheasant. We've always found lots of pheasant out in the fields here.
Yeah, I think the edge is always a good spot. Those weeds, you know, there's obviously some birds in there.
Yeah, I just heard some in there.
But you can't see them, and you can't see the dog, and that misses half the fun.
Absolutely.
That's right.
You won't be able to see him on point when he finds the pheasant in there.
Right.
He's out there working the field now.
Sure. Hey, coming right back to us.
Coming right back like he should.
I like the bell.
Yep. In the high grass, it really makes a difference.
It really does make a difference.
And even when we're out in the high chaparral, here we got some scent.
Whoops, he's getting on some scent there. We better turn around.
Yep. He picked up something.
Let's walk up there.
Back into the reed.
Yeah. There is that adage that when in doubt, trust the dog.
That's right. I've learned that the hard way. Walked up on ahead of him thinking he'll work it out, and then the next thing I know, it goes up behind me.
Yeah. Oh, he's on point. Nope. Stop.
Yeah. Almost on point. There's a bird in there.
Oh!
The pheasant goes down in reeds that are 6 feet deep. Now there's a retrieving challenge.
Well, that's the first bird of the day.
Yeah, just the beginning.
Yeah.
Just beginning.
Lots of cover there, and Jeff hit it. I gave it one more shot just to make sure we anchored it.
Yeah.
And boy, those are some deep reeds out there. I think even with a good dog, we might not hit it.
Well, that's kind of a concern at this area, but there's plenty of other areas we can get some good stuff going on.
Sure. Yeah. Well, you know, actually, you know what? Jeff's not a bad retriever. He's right out there in the middle of it.
Well, maybe we put the whistle on the dog and, and the bell on the boy.
We won't tell him.
We've been in there 10 minutes looking for it, and finally the bell stopped ringing.
You know, and I followed where he was, and he relocated, and finally got the bird. And the weeds were so thick, all I saw was the tail sticking up doing that.
And then he was buried down in
And
there.
he had his mouth right on the bird, right underneath all those
Wasn't
weeds.
going to let it get away.
And that's your bird, and is it a beauty? Isn't
That
it
is
a lovely
beauty.
bird?
Look at that. Nice headshot.
Yeah. Did you plan that?
I only used one BB.
Nah.
I only used one BB. One of the things I like about him is he doesn't work too far out ahead of you.
That's
He
a big
keeps turning
deal.
around and checking back on us.
That is such a big
You
deal.
notice, you see how he turns his head every now and then? You see how
Yeah, I like a dog who works for me and not for himself.
We next work our way along an irrigation ditch, punctuated with occasional Russian olive trees. As Rommel goes on point, we move Hannah into position for the best shot. She moves to where Rommel's nose is directed. But you know pheasants, especially when they're wild. They don't like to hold for a pointing dog. They would rather run. So it's off we go, following Rommel's lead. Maybe a bit puzzled by these running birds, Rommel returns from a long cast, only to stop as he hears Jeff shoot a pheasant which took off behind him.
Anybody who's hunted pheasants has had this experience. You stop. Your dog's working somewhere else. Maybe you're crossing a fence, or sometimes doing something that's necessary, and behind you, a pheasant gets up. Right now, it just happened.
And what about the retrieve on the dog?
Wasn't it
After he
sweet?
came back,
Wasn't
he
it
brought
sweet?
that bird in so beautifully.
Yeah. I love the
Absolutely.
feathers in his mouth.
He had a mouth full of feathers. Where is he now? He's waiting for us to catch
He
up
says,
with him.
"Get out here, you guys!
Let's hunt
Stop
some
talking."
more.
Okay.
Let's hunt some more. Hannah, how about these feathers in your hat?
That's a beauty.
You got it.
Now this is your inspiration. This is now for your bird.
Okay.
Your husband's got two. He's got the gun out of his hands. I'm behind you. You're center stage.
Feather in my cap. Okay, I'm off.
We continue on in search of Hannah's first pheasant. The grassy hillside is a minefield of irrigation trenches, causing each of us to stumble time after time. All of us, of course, except Rommel. He's beginning to dig this rich upland feel and these crazy running birds.
Wait, okay. Good gun safety. Way to go.
Hannah and I follow as Rommel continually relocates on a ringneck moving down the field. We move as fast as the tall grass and hidden trenches allow. And just as we think the bird is pinned, Hannah falls, and I take the shot.
And once again, the ditch that you just saw. Hannah and I were moving behind Rommel. He was moving fast, so fast that we were just about out of sight of everyone. Just as the bird was getting up,
Hannah went down.
You found the ditch.
I found the ditch. I was looking for the bird, but I found the ditch.
So I got the bird, so we're still finding the elusive first
shot.
bird.
I've got to earn this feather in my cap if it's still there. Did it
Okay,
fall out?
it's still there. Well, now you're getting an idea of what it looks like up there. It's a really spectacular place, just perched like it is. Julie Littlefield, who owns that, I'd give anything to have that lifestyle of living so free up there. Also, having the buffalo that she has sure added a new dimension to things too. So until next week, when we get a chance to see the rest of this, I'm Chris Agaseth saying thanks for your continued interest and viewing, and see you soon.